Aloha! I'm Eileen Lacerte with Better Homes and Gardens. Welcome to my $6 million listing. Come on in. Would you buy this home sight unseen? Many do today. It's not that unusual. It's really not unusual now that we're living in the pandemic. But prior to that, I've sold many homes sight unseen because I'm on a little island in the middle of the Pacific. During this current pandemic, the notch has been turned up for the sight unseen purchases. Many mainlanders are fleeing to Hawaii, along with extended families, and purchasing family compounds like this one. This home has 4 master suites, a homeschool room, and a backyard with a pool facing the golf course and the ocean. Besides escaping the high spread of COVID-19, a large percentage of our buyers right now are relocating their children and placing them in our highly academic private boarding schools. The school nearest this resort here on the Big Island has always had a high foreign student count, as well as students from the mainland. The tuition, which rivals that of some local colleges, doesn't seem to be a deterrent. Class sizes have doubled in recent months due to the influx from mainland students whose parents fear the effects of distant learning. It may sound glamorous and rather effortless to sell homes sight unseen, such as this, but let me tell you, it is not. First, think about the responsibility you have upon your shoulders that you're choosing a home for maybe $6, $10, $15, $20 million for somebody else. And it's their money, not yours, because you don't have that kind of money. What if they arrive and hate it? Up until a week ago, my buyers had to arrive and be quarantined in their new home for 14 days without coming out. And if they hated this home I picked out for them, all those 14 days, their anger would be building and they just want to strangle me when the 14 days were up. Fortunately, that hasn't happened. Mostly, my buyers have said, "Oh, it's so much better than the pictures. It's so much better than we imagined." Now, of course, I have a little trick up my sleeve, and that is, how can they hate it when I sold them a house in Hawaii? If you're considering buying sight unseen, I have some tips for you. First of all, have a very detailed wish list. I will want to know what each member of your family requires. For example, do you have children that need a homeschool room? Do you need a detached private office? Does grandma need a suite with no stairs and a walk-in shower? I need to know your time frame. What if you want to be here in a month? I have to find homes that the seller is willing to move that fast. After we have researched all the properties online that seem to fit your wish list, then we start to narrow them down. I usually go preview them myself first. When we've narrowed it down to the prospective properties, we need to FaceTime and walk through the properties one at a time. If there's no 3D virtual tour available, I may have a 3D tour filmed after the fact. Yes, sometimes I ask the listing agent if I can hire a crew to do the 3D virtual tour if your interest is high enough. I also have drone footage to show you how close or how far the home is from the beach or the golf course. Once we've made the offer, we switch gears. Most of the sales are cash, But if there's a loan, we need to add extra time for the long distance loan process. I'll be turning on all your utilities, lining up your housekeepers, landscapers, handyman, painters, and contractors. I'll be giving you a list of dentists and doctors. And what about a hairstylist? What about golf and tennis membership? Yes, I know all the local pros. I need to make sure I have your cable and internet hooked up and ready to go. Most of the resort homes are sold furnished, but what else are you gonna need when you arrive? Perhaps a crib for a grandbaby? Those are the kind of things I need to know. I need to make sure that upon your day of arrival, the home is spotless. Do you need a car? Oftentimes, you can find fabulous cars on the island that have no miles on them. They are usually used a month, once a year, otherwise stored in garages. I may need to pick you up at the airport upon your arrival and bring you to the home and hand you the keys and tell you how to run the pool and spa. You surely will have sent me a list of grocery shopping ahead of your arrival. Then, I pray you love the new home. For the first month, I am your go-to person. Yes, I know a plumber that can hook up your new ice maker for your new outside bar. Yes, I have an AV guy who can hook up all your new surround sound and all those flat screen TVs. And yes, I know a better landscaper than the one the last seller had. Now, what if, as in the case of this property, the seller is also sight unseen? In other words, they're not here either, and they're not coming. And you have to prepare the home for a closing of the escrow. This is where my 3D virtual tours come in handy, because I have the seller look through the whole house and take screenshots of any of their personal items that they want to be packed up. So now we go in reverse. I need to call and disconnect all the utilities, turn in their cable boxes. I need to FaceTime with the seller through the bedroom closets and the dresser drawers. What to pack and what goes to Goodwill. Pack up the very personal items. Yes, including the underwear. Oh, they forgot to tell me about the safe. Damn if they don't remember the code. They say, try this code, try that code, try my kid's birthday, until I finally get it open to discover there's nothing in there anyway. Now I have to arrange for the handyman and the contractor to repair the items that were called out on the home inspection. I've got to arrange for the termite inspector, arrange for the deep move-out cleaning, arrange for the windows to be cleaned inside and out, arrange for the carpets to be cleaned, and oh seller, where are all your keys? Where are your gate clickers? Where are your garage door openers? Now I'll let in the appraiser, meet the surveyor. Then I need to get a list of all your vendors and maintenance people in order to make a list for the new buyer. Then I need to let all your vendors know that you're selling and we are in escrow, and they need to get your invoices into you. After I walk through the whole house with the husband, these are all the things that he told me to put aside for the movers to pack up and put in storage for now. There's some very fine antiques that we have to be really, really careful with. And I thought that was the end of it. But once again, we asked for the wife's input. And look what I had to pack up. All this, because there was no way she was leaving without her Christmas decorations and her kids' baby mugs. Oh, did I mention they're 14 years old now? It's a big job, but somebody's got to do it. So if you're thinking about buying a home sight unseen, or even selling a home and not being here, make sure you have a really good team with boots on the ground. You know, somebody like perhaps me. If you got any value from this video, please click the like. And if you want more information about our beautiful real estate in Hawaii, please subscribe down below and you will be part of my ohana. And ohana in Hawaiian means family. Aloha till next time.